Okay, welcome to chapter 9, data analysis. So in this chapter, we'll be looking at data diagnosis, statistical analysis, and interpretation of results. So we will be doing some steps in data analysis and the rest that follows. All right. So for introduction, the goal for any research is to obtain the required data, analyze this data accordingly, and write a report based on the output of the data analysis. So raw data is simply a recorded measure of certain information collected to accomplish the objective of the study. The conversion of raw data into a piece of information using appropriate statistical analysis for answering the stated research questions is called data analysis. Okay, so after data has been collected from respondent, the next step is for you to analyze them using a various software program such as SPSS, SES, Excel, etc. However, before we begin to analyze the data, we need to conduct some preliminary steps to ensure that the data are ready for further analysis. Okay, so in the next page, I will provide you with this video for you to get a clear understanding how to do a quantitative analysis. Okay, so now why we need to learn data analysis? So business today need every edge and advantage they can get. So thanks to obstacles like rapidly changing markets, economic uncertainty, shifting political landscapes, finicky consumer attitudes, and even global pandemics, businesses today are working with slimmer margins for error. Okay, so companies that want to not only stay in business but also thrive can improve their odds of success by making smart choices while answering the question, what is data analysis? Okay. How does an individual or organization make these choices? They do it by collecting as much useful, actionable information as possible and then using it to make a better informed decisions. So this strategy is common sense and it applies to personal life as well as business. So no one makes important decision without first finding out at what stake, the pros and cons, the possible outcomes, right? Similarly, no company wants to succeed should make decision on bad data. Organizations need information, they need data. This is where data analysis enters the picture. So now, before getting into details about the data analysis method, let us first understand what data analysis is. Okay. Although many groups, organizations, experts have different ways to approach data analysis, most of them can be distilled into a one-size-fits-all definition. Data analysis is the process of cleaning, changing, and processing raw data. Okay, and you can extract actionable, relevant information that help businesses make informed decisions. So this procedure help reduce the risk inherent in decision making by providing useful insights and statistics often presented in charts, images, tables, and graphs. It is not uncommon to hear the term big data, right? Brought up in discussions about data analysis. Therefore, data analysis plays a crucial role in processing big data into useful information. So neophyte data analysts who wants to dig deeper by revisiting big data fundamentals should go back to the basic question, what is data? Okay, so why is data analysis important? So here are some of the lists of why data analysis is such a crucial part of doing business today. So you will know and you will get a better customer targeting. You don't want to waste your business precious time, resources, and money putting together advertising campaigns targeted at demographic groups that have little to no interest to the goods and services that you offer. So data analysis will help you see where you should be focusing your advertising effort, right? Secondly, you will know your target customer better. So data analysis will track how well your products and campaigns are performing within your target demographic. So through data analysis, your business can get a better idea of your target's audience spending habit, disposable income, and most likely areas of interest. So this data help businesses set prices, determine the length of ad campaign, and even help the project the quantity of goods needed. Okay. Thirdly, for you to reduce operational costs. So data analysis can show you which areas in your business that need more resources and money and which areas are not producing and thus should be still or scaled back to eliminate it outright. Okay. Fourthly, better problem solving method. So informed decisions are more likely to be successful decision. Data provide businesses with information and you can say where this progression is leading. Data analysis help businesses make the right choices and avoid costly pitfalls. And lastly, you will get more accurate data. If you want to make informed decisions, you need data, but there are more to it. The data in question must be accurate. So data analysis help businesses acquire information suitable for developing future marketing strategies, plans, and realigning the company's mission or vision. Okay. Now, what is the data analysis procedures? It is similar to collecting data, the one that a circle that I have been mentioning for several chapters, but this is more focused towards analysis procedure. So first, you must have a data requirement gathering. Ask yourself why you are doing this analysis, what type of data analysis you want to use, and what data you are planning on or analyzing. Now you can do your data collection. So guided by the requirement you have identified, it's time to collect data from your sources. So sources include case studies, surveys, interviews, questionnaires, direct observation, and also focus group. So make sure to organize the collected data for analysis. Now you can do data cleaning. Not all of the data you collect will be useful, so it's time to clean it up. So this process is where you remove white spaces, duplicate records, and basic errors. So data cleaning is mandatory before sending the information on for analysis. Data analysis here is where you use data analysis software and other tools to help you interpret and understand the data and arrive at conclusions. So data analysis tools include Excel, Python, R, Looker Miner, Cartio, Metabase, Redash, Microsoft Power BI, etc. And data interpretation, now you have your result. You need to interpret them and come up with the best courses of actions based on your findings. And lastly is data visualization. So data visualization is a fancy way of saying graphically show information in a way that people can read it and understand it. So you can use charts, graph, maps, bullet points, or a host of other methods. So visualization helps you derive valuable insights by helping you compare data sets and observe relationship. Okay, so why is data importance in what is the importance of data analysis in research? A huge part of researchers' job is for you to sift through data. That is literally the definition of research. However, today's information age routinely produces a tidal wave of data enough to overwhelm even the most dedicated researcher. So data analysis therefore plays a key role in distilling this information into a more accurate and relevant form, making it easier for researchers to do their job. Data analysis also provide researchers with a vast selection of different tools such as descriptive statistics, differential analysis, and quantitative analysis. So to sum it up, data analysis offers researchers better data and better ways to analyze and study said data. So there are several types of data analysis. There are half a dozen popular type of data analysis available today, commonly employed in the world of technology and business. So there are diagnostic analysis, predictive analysis, prescriptive analysis, statistical analysis, and also text analysis. Okay, so diagnostic analysis answers the question, why did this happen? Okay, using insight gained from the statistical analysis, analysts use diagnostic analysis to identify patterns in data. So ideally, the analysts find similar patterns that existed in the past and consequently use those solutions to resolve the present challenges. Yeah, hopefully. Secondly, is about predictive analysis. So they answer the question, what is most likely to happen? So by using patterns found in older data as well as current events, analysts predict future events. While there's no such thing as 100% accurate forecasting, the odds improve if the analysts have plenty of detailed information and the discipline to research it thoroughly. Next, we'll have a prescriptive analysis. So when you mix all the insights gained from the other data analysis types and you have prescriptive analysis, right? So sometimes an issue cannot be solved solely with one analysis types and instead requires multiple insights. And this is a most common one, statistical analysis. They answers the questions of what happened. This analysis covers data collection, analysis, modeling, interpretation, and presentation using dashboard. The statistical analysis breaks down into two subcategories. Firstly, descriptive. So descriptive analysis works with either complete or selections of summarized numerical data. It illustrates means and deviations in the continuous data and percentages and frequencies and categorical data. Okay, now we have inferential data. So inferential analysis, they work with samples derived from complete data. So an analyst can arrive at different conclusions from the same comprehensive data set just by choosing different sampling. We also have text analysis, also called as data mining. So text analysis uses databases and data mining tools to discover patterns residing in large data sets. It transforms raw data into useful business information, and text analysis is arguably the most straightforward and the most direct method of data analysis. Okay, now we are talking about descriptive analysis. It is the process of parsing historical data to better understand that changes that have occurred in a business. Using a range of historic data and benchmarking, decision makers obtain a holistic view of performance and trends on which to base business strategies. So we have frequency distribution or percentage distribution under the descriptive data. So frequency tells you, okay, how often something happened. The frequency of an observation tells you the number of times that the observation occurs in the data. For example, in the following list of numbers, the frequency of number is 9 is 5, okay, because it occurs 5 times, right? Percentage distribution is a frequency distribution in which the individual class frequencies are expressed as a percentage of the total frequency equated to 100, also known as relative frequency distribution. It is a relatively frequency table. Okay, this is the sample of frequency distribution, whereby you only calculate the total number. Where compared to percentage distribution, you make it into a percentages. Okay, so this is how you graph your frequency data. You can use table as such, or you can use a pie chart like this. You can also use histogram to describe your frequency of your data, or you can use a combine. Okay, combine your data into a bar chart as such, or histogram. Okay. The statistical technique for finding the best fitting straight line for a set of data is called regression. So in order to understand regression analysis fully, it is essential to comprehend the following terms. Okay, firstly, dependent variables. variable. So this is the main factor you are trying to understand or predict. And we have secondly, independent variable. So these are the factors that you hypothesize that have an impact on your dependent variable. So for example, attendee satisfaction with the event is dependent variable. The topic covered, length of session, food provided, and cost of ticket. These are all independent variable that have an impact on the dependent variable. Okay, so regression analysis is a way of mathematically sorting out which of those variables does indeed have an impact. It answers the question, which factors matter the most? Which one can we ignore? How does the factor interact with each other? And perhaps more importantly, how certain are we all about these factors? Okay, so regression analysis is a way to find trends in data. Okay, for example, you might guess that there's a connection between how much you eat and how much you weigh. So regression analysis can help you to quantify that. And regression analysis will provide you with an equation for a graph so that you can make prediction about your data. For example, if you've been putting on a weight over the last few years, it can predict how much you will weigh in 10 years' time if you continue to put on weight at the same rate. It will also give you a slew of statistics, including a p-value and a correlation coefficient to tell you how accurate your model is. Okay, so please read more on the probability regression analysis in the notes that I will be putting the link at the down below. Okay. So in order for you to do a linear regression analysis, in this test, a linear algorithm is used to understand the relationship between two variables from the same data set. So one of those variables is a dependent variable, while there can be one or more independent variables used. So in simpler terms, we try to predict the value of a dependent variable based on the available values of the independent variable. Okay, so one of those software that you can use to do all of this task is SPSS. So what is SPSS? It's a software package to do statistical analysis. So it could be used for processing questionnaire, reporting in tables and graphs, to do analysis. It could provide a result for mean, median, and mode, mean deviation or standard deviation, and so many other things. Okay, so this is what the layout of SPSS looks like. Okay, so I've also provided you a link for you to go through how to actually tutorial to use SPSS. And now we will be looking at again at hypothesis. So what is hypothesis? It is a statement speculating the outcome of a research. So you must understand between null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. Okay, so when null hypothesis is true, you accept it. When it is false, you reject it. So when you reject the null hypothesis and accept alternate hypothesis, when the level of significance of P is less than 0.05, P is less than 0.01, whereby P equals to 0. Okay. So that is all for our chapter on data analysis. Please continue to watch our last chapter on chapter 10, writing report. Thank you and see you next chapter.